Hey guys, how's it going? This is ExtrmWill. No, didn't mean to go in there. The Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Sometimes I touch the phone. It likes hitting that unit store button even when I don't go in there. I think everything looks like it's up and running good. So let's get into this. So I decided if I start looking and seeing what other people had to say about the update and all that, and I've been trying to keep it all to myself and keep all the reservations to myself. I didn't realize some of the things were as bad as they were. Looks like most of it will be resolved before I really realized it. I didn't realize how much damage we were taking from parrying and from blocking. I thought it was all. Honestly, I thought probably all about where it was before. I haven't done anything that was that much harder in the content where I really noticed. I assumed we were always taking some damage from parrying and blocking. I just assumed that Doctor Strange's parrying was broken and his blocking was broken. Well, not his parrying, but I assumed his blocking was broken. So, and see some of the stuff that well. I didn't realize Thor's attack was really nerfed anywhere near as hard as it was. I thought the other day when I was fighting Thor in the arena and he was fighting my Hulk Buster, I thought, hey, maybe my Hulk Buster is just that good now, maybe. But I think I've done most of my changing the champions around. Take a quick look at that real quickly, and then we'll get into the arena and start, working on testing some of the different champions out and seeing who's good and who's not, and what else did they change that they didn't want to tell us about that we don't know too much about yet. Why is that still not right? Moving boxes around on my screen, and I changed the sizes of all of them on accident. That's just, whatever. So let's make some of this a little bit nicer too. Slowly but surely losing more and more Doug. Alright, transition that over. No, let's put that. Maybe transition that over then. Alright, yeah, maybe we'll do this. Unfortunately, like when I go to move boxes around, if it rescales the size of them a little bit, it just kind of starts throwing everything off. But, I don't know, I kind of feel like we have this like will they, won't they thing with Kabam. It's kind of, I don't know why we don't just get a room already with how hard they're bending us over, but, yeah, I think part of the problem, I didn't realize it was as bad, is because everyone who's just kind of like trash talking it, they're not giving real reasons why it's bad. They're just like, oh, it's bad because it's different, and it's like, well, that's not really, because something's different doesn't mean it's bad, and I kind of, that's kind of just simply flat out what ignorance is, I don't like them. Color of their skin is different. They must be bad. No, you're just a racist fuck. They're probably awesome. They're probably much better than you are. So, yeah, I don't buy that as a general, just because it's different doesn't mean it's good, like all kinds of things that are different from me. I think things being different from me sometimes makes them a lot better. I don't want everyone to be like me. I'm an asshole most of the time. So, oh yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna get through and try and see what else they've done in the game. But my top champions have definitely changed around quite a bit. I need to do some more work to figure out who exactly is gonna fit in where. I think Deadpool came up yet, or Daredevil. I'm working on them. I could probably bring them up. I think I'm going to wait because I'm thinking either Mortal or Doctor Strange, depending on what they do Monday. I'll probably bring up pretty soon. I don't know what any of my teams really look like right now in Arena. It's all kind of a mess. I've done a bunch of playing around, ranking guys down, ranking guys back up, and like, oh, well, I'm at max level for today, so now this guy's going to sit here in the middle because I've already maxed out the leveling up event. I don't want to go over just that top. I'll kind of show you what let's get back to home. With the leveling up events. Well, actually, I guess that one I wound up going way over on accident. No, that's the wrong event. That's not even what I want to look at. in here. Daily leveling up, I wanted to stop at 44,000, but then the Mystic Advancement came up, so I think I was able to double up a little bit of that. I was able to get some of my Mystics leveled up along with my daily level up. My daily level up, though, I only wanted to be at 44,000, and the Mystic Advancement, I wanted to be exactly at the 40,000. So I just barely want to hit that tier. I don't think it's going to be worth going for the top ranked rewards right now, because there's so many people going for the top ranked rewards. I think what would be best is if you could wait till like the end of the month to go for them, because I think you'll have a much better chance of trying to get them towards the end of the month. Right now, I think you're not gonna stand a chance. Like, you're not getting that today. There's way too many people changing way too many things, spending way more resources right now than you're really going to. I mean, even like the top ranked guys are going to be like, why does this cost me so much to get this? Like, how did I spend, I haven't seen any of the stats on it. Maybe we can take a quick look real quick. No, this one, maybe over here. If it maxes out at 44,000, there's probably people doing, 500,000 every day, something like, because there's so many people playing. Like, it's not like there's a small amount of people playing this game. There's a massive amount of people, and there's people who are taking days off at a time right now because we're not, a lot of the stuff isn't in effect. We're not doing Alliance Quest. We're not doing Alliance War. Oh, I should probably put that in here so everyone can actually read that. AQ and AW are on hold until further notice. I think the boycotting, I guess I'm happy I didn't partake in it, because I don't really believe in crying like that or anything, but I do believe you guys won. We'll see exactly on Monday, but every couple of hours it looks like Kabam sends out another message saying, yeah, we screwed up, we're gonna try to fix this. So I'm not willing to get on board with boycotting, but the rest of you guys, you keep it up. Maybe my Doctor Strange will be usable again. So I would say, though, do try to keep it civil. Don't just be, don't just be a dick for the sake of being a dick. It's one thing to be a dick, but don't be like, I don't know who the lady is who works for Kabam. I don't remember what her name is. I was watching some other videos, some other people talking about, don't just go call her some cunt bitch just because, you think you can. It wasn't her decision, to do this. She's a PR person, I'm pretty sure. So, the one guy was commenting on mine he was ripping on Brian Grant, contest champion, because I did the farewell to Brian Grant. He said he was leaving to go to Twitch, but actually, I think he's still on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't caught his live stream yet, but he's still posting videos up on YouTube. So, we're still getting some of his content. I think he's probably one of the smarter guys on YouTube that I've seen. I like his take on stuff. I watch Seaton stuff. Some of the stuff that Seaton said, some of it I buy into. He's a much, he understands the game a lot better than I do. So, when I was watching his videos, where I didn't realize that the parry and the blocking were as bad as they were. Because I haven't done a whole lot of arena. For the most part, I've beat really easy content. I haven't done hard content yet at all. I haven't made it anywhere with hard content. So I've still been just trying to get the general feel of it. I do like the new arena. I like some of the changes they made to some of the champions, where they made them stronger. I like the idea of, making more champions stronger. I don't want them to make the game too easy. I still want them to make certain aspects of the game really hard. I will still hold to wanting to make certain aspects of the game really hard. But I guess an aspect that I wasn't really thinking about, because I don't spend money on the game, or I try and do my best not to spend money on the game. I'll spend $5, once every 2 months or something like that if I got something in there that I want. Something that looks cool, I'll buy stones for $5. I like stones for $5, I put a ton of work into getting 2 stones normally every day to get the 3-star stone and the 4-star stone. So for $5, if I can get 20 of those, that's way better than, the 4 or 5 hours I'll spend on trying to get stones each day. you know, but I don't like spending money on it. But I didn't really think about it like because he was doing he's one video specifically where he's watching the head programmer and the head of like questing design at like Comic Con or something like that, playing the game. His commentary on it is like hilarious because the one guy gets he gets hit right off the bat, and that's 20 units right there for that heal, and then he's just kind of going through and he's putting it in terminology I guess I wouldn't have thought of and I wouldn't have done, so that was pretty good. Just kind of gripping on him because then like these two guys were supposed to be like the heads of the game who should be able to play better. You know, they're terrible. Ain't doing damage. I don't think they did any better than I would do right now. And I'm not. She can't parry. And the one guy, the very first thing he says is, well, I can't parry, so this is going to be a lot harder than it should be. It's like, well, yeah, that's kind of, it's a big point. If you broke it, then like, yeah, it's a lot harder because you broke it. So there are some things with the update that aren't that good. Honestly, when they said they're gonna try to fix Doctor Strange, I kind of want everyone to keep boycotting, drive it down lower. I'm not going to participate because I don't really want to, but if everyone can just drive it down enough. I mean, I don't care if Doctor Strange gets his blocking back, but get his healing back to being something competent. Groot right now has probably become my favorite champion while Doctor Strange is useless. My Groot has a ton of defense, a ton of armor. His regeneration is pretty terrible, but because the fights take so long with him to win, and you've got to fight real patiently, he's building a lot of real good fighting technique with me, and I use his L2 so many times per fight that I'm pretty much always at full health. So let's get in. Let's do some more of this arena grinding. I'll give my help to my alliance real quick. Oh, I forgot it was day flip. I thought I was already full. Kind of completely lost track of time. I've been home for a couple hours trying to figure out what I want to do. Come up with content that I can talk about here while we're doing this. So I'm trying to read to see if like Kabam said anything new. They did. AQ and Alliance War are off to further notice. They are trying to backtrack on this as quickly as they possibly can. Their stock has fallen like drastically. I think like a month ago, I looked in the Apple Store. They were like 11th. I think when Seaton looked, they were down to like 400th or something like that. So they were making something like $13 million a month. I think is what I heard somebody say at their last release, stock earnings release. So it's just not anywhere near that right now. Like if they don't get this right now, they're all fired. There's going to be no way around it. You can't take that kind of financial loss that they've got to be taking right now. I know there's still guys spending money. I know, and my alliance specifically, I think there's two guys who are spending money because I asked the one guy. I've been in the new alliance now. I think this will be my second week in the alliance. My second week for SA. Yeah, because I joined up probably like an hour after the first one started, or maybe I joined up 5 minutes before it started, or something like that. I joined up at about the time SA would start. Because I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to stay in my old alliance because I really liked the guys in my old alliance. They were pretty cool, but fundamentally they were trying to run the alliance as like a 15 to 20 man alliance, and when they would get other guys to come in, guys would be a dick to them, and they weren't doing a good enough job including everyone to try to run as 30 guys. I really wanted, I wanted SA every week, and I wanted Alliance Quest to run all 3 battle groups, because right now I think I'm going to, the point I am in the game, I'm going to get much greater rewards right now from Alliance Quest than I will from Alliance War. I know we want to do Alliance War because that's, that's the show pony, but Alliance Quest right now, I'm actually just going to get much better. Like, I would be just fine right now, honestly. I mean, like, I'm not even doing Alliance War and just focusing on Alliance Quest. If they came out and said they want to do that, I'd be just fine with it, But, kind of hard then to not do Alliance War and then not have guys want to do it as a primary focus. But I think part of some of the stuff that I did learn now from talking to Seaton is when they make the game harder like that, 'cause I just think you just got to play better and all that. The problem is it's not helping the guys who are going to play better. It's just making the guys who are spending a lot of money. It's just making them spend a lot more money. So some of the changes that they made there aren't. They're not making the game strategically better. Um, I didn't realize to the extent of what it was because I mean I'm only able to test so much. I'm working 10 hours a day. I need to sleep. Oh man, this morning I did not want to get out of bed. I did not want to do a video, and then I saw something. I was like, oh man, I gotta go do a video on this now. And I came downstairs, and I checked my video from last night, and like my microphone wasn't working. So yeah, like if there's something wrong in this, you guys notice, like, how does my mic sound? Does my mic sound better? Does it sound worse? I have the little reading box off to the side that tells me up and down, that tells me it's going. But I can't actually listen to myself without getting another device in the room, which I'm working on. My wife made a lot longer list of demands than I thought, so it may take me a little bit to get some of them done. Our dishwasher's been broken for a while, so we've been just manually washing all of our dishes. So she's like, you need to fix the dishwasher. I go, what are you talking about? You're just fine. So, yeah, a couple things I gotta do. Hopefully I get a nice Samsung tab. I think I picked one out that looked like it'll be pretty nice. Let's get in. Let's start testing. Let's continue to look at things, figure out what's going on with all these characters, and because they did a lot of stuff that they didn't tell us. Like, I cannot believe how much stuff they did that they didn't tell us. I thought for sure, normally when games do like patches and updates like this, and normally, they want all the transparency they can, so people don't start getting really angry and mad at them. One of my guilty pleasures, I guess I like to watch for videos. I like to watch Rich the Man. I finally subscribed to him today. Sometimes his stuff, he takes a little bit different angle to it. Sometimes his angle I think is a little weird, and his aspect on the update today I thought was kind of funny. Some news agency picked up something that he said and they were running with it. I think it was like a video game blog or something. Picked up something that he said and they were running with it. He's like, I got to be really careful what I say because I don't think he has a really big like subscriber base. I mean, he's it's definitely like 1,000 times bigger than mine. But I think he only has like a couple thousand subscribers or something like that. So it's like normally he can get away with just saying like whatever he wants and not worrying about it. And I watched one video that he probably got in trouble, that he might have gotten in trouble for. It's like he started the video off with like, oh man, I recorded, I wrote out all my notes for this, and I saw Seaton posted the video like an hour before me. Like, what a dick. It's like I said that I don't know, I don't remember exactly how he phrased it, but he phrased it something like pretty similar to some way that like I phrase things all the time. Like someone in my alliance will move, and like somebody will like jump my path in Alliance Quest because I wasn't active. And I'll go in to go, and I'll be like, oh man, guys, somebody they took my path. Because like I'll check like every like 2 hours or so, and God, what a dick. Or somebody will pass me in like SA or like item usage or something. Like, what a dick. But, like, I don't mean the guy's a dick. I just kind of, it's a friendly way of joshing with them. And he said he got in a little bit of trouble with that. He said something about somebody that he probably shouldn't have. Like, he didn't mean anything by it, but kind of funny. But anyways, my whole point with the Rich the Man thing was he said people are bringing up some small like class action lawsuits against Kabam. Because they had invested so much money in specific item things, buying the daily cards to get, all of the, all like the class catalysts and all that you need to rank up champions. So they did with the specific reason that these god tier champions were god tier champions, with their Thor and their Scarlet Witch and their Doctor Strange. They were specifically doing it with these characters, and they were specifically spending thousands of dollars on these characters to build them up to have the premium champions. And he said he had some kind of background in like marketing and legal or something like that, and said these are pretty legitimate cases that these people are probably going to win against Kabam to get refunds for their money. Because Kabam, more or less sold them these things with the intent of not properly supporting them, So I don't know, aspects of this I think are going to be kind of annoying. That I think Kabam's going to wind up taking a much bigger hit than I really want to see Kabam wind up taking as a company. It's going to make it hard for them to make good content coming out. But it's their own fault, so I mean, like, I don't feel like bad about it or anything, but I'd like to see them just, get it together here really quickly. Let's have Monday go really well, and give me back Doctor Strange's healing, so it's something that I can use, so it's not less than my willpower should be giving me. Yeah. So I was gonna try to do this. Let's see, about how much do I think I need to get on this to get anywhere? I've got 2 days, so I probably need to get at least 1.2 million. So we'll go in here, and we'll start off with this one as much as we can. I'm still trying to track and figure out the rewards on everything. I think the Summoner Trials is actually really, really, really good for me because I have no gold. And I did not realize this right away the first time we were playing. I just assumed it was 100 gold. No, these guys don't need to recharge. I was playing for a couple of minutes there at the end while I was watching the videos. I didn't want to watch anyone else's videos, but I figured we're at the point now I kind of need to watch everyone else's videos, so I kind of have an idea of what's going on. Because there was a guy in here complaining about the update, and I was like, well, what do you not like about it? What did they break in the update, And he wouldn't tell me what they broke in the update. It's like, F them, and F you if you support them. And it's like, well, like, what did they break, Parry is broken. Blocking proficiency. That needs to be fixed. I understand Doctor Strange is broken, but Thor is also broken, but I don't think Thor is necessarily broken because he can't stack the armor breaks anymore, so you can't just stack 3 armor breaks and kill someone at full health. I think he's broken because he doesn't do any damage anymore. I would be far more angry about the fact that he can't push into Thumbtack anymore over the fact that, I want to look at that real quickly too. See, does that still have cost? Because that may significantly up the value of this too, if this doesn't have any cost. This should still be 25 gold, right? Yeah, this is 25 gold. So then, the 1v1 now is significantly worse than the Summoner Advancement. Or the Summoner Trials. Because the Summoner Trials are free. Free. Yeah, you win all 3 matches, you still get 300 battle chips. It's free. Free. I like free. That means I don't have to worry about my gold being completely gone. Like it is. All that gold I have up there, I don't really have that gold. That's people I downrank to rank up later. That's not gold I've earned. That's gold I need to put back into my account to put my account back where it's supposed to be. Let's see. It's gold I've essentially borrowed against myself. Let's take a look real quickly then. How much is this one to play? If I put guys in, this is 100. That's pretty standard. This is 400 then. That's 400. Is this the last one 1,000 then? That featured champion's 1,000 gold, man. I am not ever playing. Still 400. That's not that bad then. So this shouldn't be too bad. Actually, I should be netting. I should be making quite a bit of gold per match on this. And I don't know. It should be just about. You should be probably breaking even then on the next 2. But I'm not 100% certain on that. I got to take a look and see. And it's not something that's easy for me to take a look and see because I like to just hit that button and just go, 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 just as fast as I possibly can to the point I just completely miss what I actually did and what's going on. I think I had a problem with something the other day too. No, that probably was an actual problem. I'll see here in a day or two. It has to be, yeah, I think that was an actual problem. I was messing around with ranking guys down and ranking him up where I ranked a guy down and it accidentally like double ranked him down. And I only got the resources for one level because I ranked him down, brought him back up, and I was going to rank the same guy down again because I still wanted to use, I didn't want to go grab another tech champion. So I accidentally ranked him down twice. So my Civil Warrior, who I normally use in my very first group because he goes in with Mordo, he's all jacked up. So he's down way too low for me to use. You go with you, and then we will bring in Doctor Strange. Put in here. Think the boy Cotters. 1 for the users. I think Kabam will break on Monday. I don't know how much they're going to be able to even break by Monday because they're going to have, like, I don't think most of us realize, like, how hard most of this is going to be to do. The game's not set up for them to just roll it back. They can't just roll it back. They've got to, like, rewrite different kinds of programming to do different things. And then it's, did they not put in any of the new changes that were positive, Or they have to then completely get rid of the arena as it exists right now, Does Punisher have to go back to all of his old animation? There's a lot of stuff that starts coming into play then. Alright, now we're going to assume that my Mordo is probably going to be significantly stronger than my Doctor Strange, because Mordo is probably one of the stronger guys in the game. There was a list on that. I saw it somewhere. I thought he was up there. He was really up there. So, I don't know. Still kind of got to wait and see how things go. You still have that will they, won't they thing with Kabam, Find out on Monday, are we just going to get, like, doubly fucked, or are we just going to, give us one over? Because I don't really want Alliance War to wind up just being, whoever spends the most money on units to revive the most is going to be the one who wins. That's not... There's nothing entertaining or fun about that. I don't like using items in Alliance War if I don't have to. Just want to get in there and do as good as I can of how good I am and let that be that, Oh, man. I'm not get too tired. I've been home for like a long time, too. I should have got this started a lot earlier. I just wanted to watch some stuff and try to get some different perspective. I don't want to sit in here and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with the update. There's nothing wrong with the update without knowing, like, why people say there's stuff wrong with the update, Because I read, like, my Alliance and our page and all that, but, like, most of the guys aren't really saying anything. I mean, like, the one guy who's pretty much the boss, he's just like, it's so broken, it's so screwed, because, like, his Doctor Strange, it was his whole, like, everything. I think he's supposed to do something new, too, I thought. Bolts. This is number 2 different? No, that's all the same. That was probably dumb for me to use here in this point, but whatever. Hopefully we'll just kill him. I'm not gonna worry about it. And it's weird. Yeah, I guess I'm not using my my top 3 4-star champions are all the same. I was kind of doing that for a little bit, like intentionally, but I didn't necessarily do it there intentionally. With Mordo, he's just, I don't know, his PI is just insane compared to everybody else. I was hoping I could stack a 3rd one in there. joke. By far the luckiest champion I have is Mordo. Every time I've drawn him, he is just gone, just right from, he never spent any time on the bottom. Everyone else I have has spent time on the bottom, not Mordo. Neither one of my Mortals have spent 1 second of time on the bottom. I don't know what I can show you for other people's websites either. They posted the thing there too in the. They sent you a message on it, and you may not necessarily have read it or taken it too seriously. The Marvel Now, if you go sign up now, you can get a little booster pack, get a couple extra hero crystals and all that. So let me transition over to this. That reminds me, one of the guys at work was going to start playing, but he did not know my username. He wanted to message me. I'm on the right screen, right? I'm not showing you phone numbers of everyone I know, am I? I don't have his number in here. I thought I did. I thought I did. Apparently I don't. I don't have his number, and he is not on Facebook. I scared a bunch of people at work today too. Oh, I got so mad at work. So mad. I had a couple like feet injuries the last couple of years. I had to go on route with the driver a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, and we have big, 48-foot semi truck, and I'm pulling the, the 20-foot aluminum. It's not 20-foot, 10-foot aluminum ramp, whatever it is, out of the back of it. And the only ones I've ever done are like the U-Haul trucks, where you got to just put everything into it. You got to pull that thing out. Like this was, I was going to the gym like 3-4 times a week at a time, so I was in pretty good shape. I got a lot of, you throw a lot of weight around real easy. So I ripped the ramp out, and it got to the end, and I ripped the safety pin out that makes it stop, that tells it to not go any further. So I dropped the, 10, 15, 20-foot aluminum ramp on my foot, and I broke it. And then from walking on my foot wrong for so long, I tore my calf muscle in the other leg about a year later. And I don't remember what the point of that story was. It was something good. Man, I can't even remember. I can't even know how I can't remember. I'm just completely lost. Oh, yeah. Well, so I've been like pretty calm at work for quite a while now because I haven't been able to do much. Oh no, I've got to protect my feet. So there's like a bunch of like broken stuff on the floor, and I kept like kicking stuff, like, as I'm trying to run and move really quick with my feet. Like I shouldn't be kicking anything with my feet. I got to be really careful with that. And so I kept like kicking stuff. Oh, I was getting angry, so I started just like screaming at the top of my lungs and throwing stuff. Like I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5", 200 pounds. Most of the guys at work, I've been pretty calm for a while. I kind of chilled back, relaxed, just kind of. Last several days at work, all I've done is talk to guys at work about video games and streaming, and I've not done like any real work. I've been just kind of coasting by, bare minimum, put my hours in. Pretty sad. Wasn't that long ago, I was like the best guy in the warehouse. Now I'm like, I just don't even care. Works for suckers anyways. Link with him? Am I using Unstoppable Colossus? I guess I won't be using my Juggernaut yet. I just got my Juggernaut. He's still at the bottom. He's not ranked up. I'm not going to rank him up yet. Is another one really going to be a jerk to me? I'm going to fight 1 Mystic and 2 greens. No, actually give me one I can go for here. Now, normally here, I would have been really afraid of Thor. But you know what? Right now, I'm not afraid of Thor at all. Turn Thor into a little girl. Went down. Jane Foster hits twice as hard now. Fires twice as much attack as Thor does. Yeah, I think Seaton made a really good point. It doesn't look like they really tested this that much. You know, I thought the changes they were going to make were just the ones they told us. You know, they got like, so many other changes in there they made that they just kind of buried. That I think like people still have like no idea that they did. Now the one with Thor, I think most people know. I've heard people say Thor is useless now, and I'm like, how is he useless just with the loss of the armor stack, the loss of the armor break? The armor break's not, you know, I mean it helps. You know, I use it. I could do like a similar thing with like Cyclops, like red team Cyclops. I guess you can do too with blue team Cyclops. Where I'll stack like 3 armor breaks and then just like kill somebody. But they'll be halfway dead by the time I stack them. So it's a little different. But, you know, because all it said on the sheet was it was just going to be armor breaks. So I was like, well, if it's just the armor breaks, you know, he's just fine. You know, he was insanely strong without the armor breaks. You know. I never had a high enough signature level with him that I was ever really getting that many armor breaks. But I only have like the 3-star. I don't have like the 4. I don't even know if he has a 5. Yeah. He's not the one like... I'm going to sit here stunned the whole time. He's going to do quite a bit. But like his L2, I mean his L2 should have like practically killed me. You know, his L2 barely scratched me. Definitely stunned for too long. I need to look into that and see exactly how I did my utility. Consider the idea of changing it up a little bit to get to work better. I'm starting to get to the point that I do need to be taking this arena pretty seriously here, or I'm not going to get there. It's kind of hard though. I'm starting to add into the course of my day. I've got to go and read the Kabam forums and try and see what it is they're telling us today. You know, about what they're doing or not doing, and some up to date. I would say in the current state, the game is kind of playable because we're not doing Alliance War, Alliance Quest. I didn't really think of the purposes of Alliance War not being playable as if they set it difficult enough, you know, just the teams who spend the most money are going to be the teams who win. It's not necessarily going to be the teams who are playing the best, because the teams who spend the most money are just going to be able to revive the most. You know, I don't really like the idea of spending money in the game, so I don't really, you know, it's okay to revive if you have them in your inventory, but if you don't have them in your inventory, like I don't want to pay units to be reviving and get back in there. You need to remember to look at the end of these matches too and see exactly how much am I getting for each match and how much am I getting total at the end to see what is my total gold net gain or loss for these. It should be pretty good, I would think. So I gotta figure that out. I need to remake my teams probably in a way that'll make sense to me with everybody being in these crazy different orders. Oh, medium fight. I didn't even know they were going to have any of these in here. I thought it was all just going to be easy cakewalk. Kind of want to just do the hard one. Should probably do the easier one though, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to wind up like losing my streak just because I'm playing silly. Oh, I think it takes, say, like 20 wins it'll finally get to meet medium. So I wonder then if at like 40 wins if it'll get to like hard. I wonder what that'll do to like win streaks. Man, how are you? he blocking that? I wouldn't have been able to block that. I do feel good that I didn't take the easy one now, because this has been a lot harder than I was thinking it was going to be. We'll see how the game changes on Monday. I did kind of rule out the idea of me playing Overreach. I started watching some other people playing it. I don't know. I don't want to get into playing a first-person shooter. So I don't know what direction I would go. Right now, my current plan is to play this until Square Enix makes their massive Marvel game that they just pretty much announced. But I think we got like 2 years on that before that comes out. Oh, play better than that. Come on. What? What a jerk face. I should have hit him there. Ah. Should have all my proficiencies set up right how I want them, or my mastery. Read that 2 days ago. I'm hoping my mic sounds good. I can move it over here closer, maybe. Oh, maybe if I move it over here, maybe you guys will be able to hear me a little bit better. That may work better. It's supposed to be like 2 feet away from my face. The volume level looks a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe it's not. It's supposed to be like 2 feet away from my face, so maybe I shouldn't be trying to leave it like 4 or 5 feet away from my face. So I was used to with the other mic, I didn't have to yell that loud. Just turn this down a little bit. Put the microphone a lot closer to it. I haven't volume checked this or anything like that. I'm just watching. You want to let me know how the volume's doing? That'd be nice. Does it sound good? Does it sound terrible? Boom. So take a look and see if we see any differences in the champions, how they work, how they don't work. It's be kind of hard though, because I'm looking for. I didn't see the gold there either. Maybe I can see them on the big screen. That should be 100 gold, right? No, it's 50 gold. Ow. 15 battle chips. To write all these numbers down and then try to figure out what my actual rate of return is and all that on each one to figure out which one's going to be the one that I'm actually going to want to do the most. I didn't see what total was at the end of it either. I wasn't paying any attention. I don't even know what champion I'm fighting for right now. That's how much attention I'm paying to everything. I have no idea who the featured hero is right now. I think it's one of the guys, so it's either Iceman or Archangel, but I have no idea. I have no idea. I do feel like I need to go in the other room though and grab my elbow sleeve though. I don't really know exactly what they were doing and thinking with the way they did everyone's attack powers, though. I was thinking I probably should be about 1.2 million. That's probably going to be about what it's going to take. So, yeah, I've been working too much, and then I haven't really been in here trying to do too many videos, and then we're trying to do the videos, trying to figure out how to get things to work better. Like, I didn't realize the other day my microphone is real bad, so I spent like, oh man. So I spent like a couple hours trying to get my microphone to work better instead of time I'd like to spend playing. And then I spent time trying to figure out how to upload videos to the internet. Oh, this is not looking very promising here. Trying to figure out what some of the different changes are and trying to figure out where to even go to find what the different changes are that they did. Yeah, I'll play at work on break, but normally I just do the quest energy. So, while I was on FMLA, I was playing a lot at work. It was pretty bad. Found a desk that I could sit in where I was getting good enough cell phone reception, and I was playing quite a lot at work then. Now, though, I'm back to working on the floor, so it's not working as well. I don't think I really have the ability to try to play while I'm working. I told one of the guys, though, if we were to, my job were to become union, though, I think this is like all people would do anymore, was just play video games on their phones. Nobody would do any work anymore. They wouldn't be able to pay us the same kind of way they do, and they don't be able to pay us based off our production. They'd have to pay us based off seniority. Boom! In the face. That feels pretty good. Yeah, it looks like Kabam's going to break on everything. Trying to concede as much as they possibly can. So hopefully they make the game a little bit better, more playable. Not as intentionally looking at the only way to play it is to be paying for everything. We'll see what happens with it here. They don't do a really nice job fixing it and maybe give everybody some kind of a second set of really nice rewards. You know, another sorry for a bad update again, right after they just gave us a sorry for doing the update. The screen darken on there if it darkens on my phone? No, probably not. That's cool. Enough to deal with that. Game sometime gets irritated where I have my phone. Storm she got nerfed really hard too. I haven't seen it yet. But that's what I heard as I was trying to do some researching and studying for this. They said her L2 is no longer a people killer like it used to be. I've noticed too, I don't know if it's intentionally that it's doing this or not, but when you bring in everyone of the same class, two of your choices, this is kind of just what I've seen recently, I don't know if it's really something or if I'm just getting unlucky because I don't have a big enough sample size, but when all three guys are the same class, two of them that you had to choose from are always the opposite class. The one champion you see. I had one of them where I picked the one, I picked like the middle one where it was a different class where you weren't going to get the disadvantage, and then the two other guys who were with him were both the guys you got the disadvantage from. So that was a little bit annoying. Let's see, put you there and you there. Sure. No, that's not good. I think I have a 3-star rogue. I'm not even sure where she is right now in the mixture of my champions. To bring her up pretty soon. I haven't had a chance to really play with her or use her much yet. I know Seaton was saying he thinks she may be one of the new God tier champions with the way things are set up. He was thinking her, Wolverine, and X-23 are probably the three only real viable options for going like labyrinth runs and stuff like that. I'm not really that familiar with her because he was saying that Rogue is a healing champion, but I don't remember ever seeing Rogue heal right offhand. But I haven't, fought a whole lot against her. I remember there was she was really hard because they put her on some like automatic critical hit node in the story quest mode with her, and Gambit came out at the same time, I would guess. If everybody's gonna be complaining about the game too, I'm sick and tired of them making mutants. I mean, I love the X-Men. I love the X-Men to death. But I wish they would make some of them not mutants, maybe. Maybe they would have made like Nightcrawler or a Mystic or something. Made Cable a tech champion, Making Cable a tech champion definitely would have been the best idea possible. Make Bishop next, make him also a tech champion instead of a mutant champion. So we can get some tech champions in the game, so the game doesn't get too unbalanced where, your roster is 100 mutants and you don't have anything else, The next Mystic champion that comes up does not need to be the strongest champion in the game. Some of these formulas they're using, they need to work on a little bit. So I didn't even notice like parry was broken because it doesn't even look like I took any damage when I parried. There I took damage because I didn't really do anything. Oh, come on. Did they change some of the fighting mechanics up too to the game for when things hit and when they don't hit? Oh, I don't want to get stunned by her and she's awoken. This is bad news. Oh. Yeah, because I should have easily been in there. He's weakened too. What? No. Oh. He didn't do anything. Not like that at all. Fighting mechanics have changed kind of drastically. So things that I was doing before that were working perfectly well aren't working at all now. It's frustrating. Let me transition over. I'll go come in here and line chat. Cyclops and are also super weak now. I think some of the fighting mechanics changed a lot. Can't get medium after locked. Specials. All right. Champion. Transition. Very disappointed. Should have won that one without a problem. I'm gonna go grab my wrist. Elbow sleeve here. Let's see. We'll try and see if I can get up to like 400,000 points, then I'll do my crystal opening, then I'll go to bed. So my wife doesn't yell at me for trying to sleep all day on her. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Captain. 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 You there. Don't like now, like a lot of fights kind of seem to take like less skill. Either like they're super easy, or like they're incredibly difficult, but like they're never like in the middle. Right now I'm thinking I probably won't do a video tomorrow. We'll see when I do another video again. I may take a couple days off. I don't really want to be taking days off. I just did a bunch of stuff to get everything to work real nice, but I'm real far back on my DVR. A week behind. A ton of stuff to watch. No idea how this week's episode of Legion ended. I made it about halfway through before I fell asleep. I don't even know what was happening when I did fall asleep. Oh, I missed that too. I should have timed that a lot better. AI definitely seems to be far more aggressive than it used to be because parrying and blocking don't do you any good. Ah. Don't let her hit you. Come on. Does the computer take a whole ton of damage when they parry me? I didn't see. Does it? Yeah, it's 300 and I didn't see the gold. I had Electro fall so far. I wonder if his Electro not any good anymore either. He used to have crazy high PI. Let's take these here ones. Oh man, hopefully I can make it to 400. I don't think I took my allergy pills, and I'm just too tired. Maybe all I need is some Cheez-Its. I'm playing for Archangel. I won Archangel too. So that was one of my favorites. I like that they went with the dark blue. I'd like a little bit of like the hot pink in there though. Full on 90s Archangel. I don't remember who was supposed to be in his group. Or supposed to be in her group. His group is still, they're all still standing right next to each other. That's pretty nice of them. I didn't really notice with Electro if he was a lot weaker or not. Guillotine against Ultron, just in case Guillotine lands at L2. You don't have to worry about Ultron being killed. Right now, all I can think about is what's his name? Sorrento or something like that. His won't turning his on. He played the old Saturday morning X-Men cartoon at the beginning of his. What? How did he not take any real? You're still there at all. No. And volume on that seems pretty low. So I'm going to medium. How am I on my stream right now? I'm at hour and 10 minutes. I really didn't think that through so well. I shouldn't have brought him in against her. So if she hits her L2 against him, he's dead. Well, he's recovering. It's because he doesn't have willpower. Oh, yeah. I think I need about another 45 more matches. Times 5 minutes by 60. So I figure I should need about 4 hours of gameplay tomorrow. Well, I need 4 hours of gameplay with all of my 3 stars available tomorrow for me to be able to get up to about the 1.2. I can probably pull that off. I can probably, talk my wife into watching some movies and TV during the day while we relax. Before we have to go out, watch It's Always Sunny, and what else we have on there? There's probably New Modern Family, and I got tons and tons of movies to watch then when she goes to bed. Yeah, you're probably right. It's weird with everybody being in like different orders. It's confusing. I think Cable should be a tech champion. I still think they should take it and move him over from being a mutant to a tech. Just to make the game work a little bit easier. Scarlet Witch is still, I think she took a small hit, but she's still ridiculously good. You're going to have to see something like super high volume to really see much of a real difference. She might take a little bit longer in like a labyrinth run or something, but I still think she's going to be that much worse necessarily. Oh yeah, sure. Dormammu's still incredibly broken. Sometimes you fight him, he's super easy, and then sometimes you fight him, he's ridiculously hard. I love these Cheez-Its. They do not go well with my Fierce Grape Gatorade, though. That is a wicked nasty aftertaste. Oh, aftertaste kind of tastes like morning breath. Alright, so I should have to do one more match after this one then. We'll hit that. I think I'm right at the end. We can, of my quest, and go through and beat Archangel again on hard so everybody can see Archangel. He looks super sweet. I kind of wish there were better like website things so I could start kind of like organizing stuff and like ranking guys up and down of how they look after the update. Not that all my ranks right now would be right, because I'm still assuming when I'd be ranking guys up and down, I'd be assuming who I'm fighting them against was equivalent to what they were before the update. How am I not blocking this? Oh man, he's blocking everything of mine just fine. That should have been a full parry. Oh, that was nice. That helps a lot. I'm hiding a combo in. I should have intercepted that too on the back. I don't know if beating this one more time is going to make a difference or not, but I don't think I'm near clearing it yet. Clearing it would probably make a difference, but I'll get it done anyways. Probably going to ignore the Catalyst Arena right now until, except for Mystic, until and Sundays. I have at least the first 3 levels on hard here, the hard section on hard here, all cleaned out. Oh, it's on auto. No, he's not doing what I'm telling him to do. Like, why are you... How am I missing all this? The way I'm playing this bad, because I'm not playing this bad. It was on autoplay, and autoplay was playing that bad. Alright. This is kind of hard too, because I don't really understand his animation yet. I've been trying to get it down. Not doing it well against. I don't know either to why I like my Star-Lord. I can't seem to do anything against him with at all. But my Groot is just probably going to like run him over. Do it all. I gotta wait for that L2. How is he evading after his special? There we go. There we go. Is his L2 unblockable too? Yay, Groot won. Yay, touchdown. Replay. Craziness. This one map is just going to take me forever to clear. So I'm using my quest energy up before I'm done, so I can go to bed. Used to do the 2-star arena to fall asleep to, but now I don't know. So I can do the new free arena. Alright. How close am I to getting the next level on hero usage? 1500. 110. That's way more than I want to deal with right now. 10 battles. That would still be just way too much. I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't even care if I hate it or not. I don't know if I care about anything anymore at all or not. Tier 3 Catalyst Fragment Crystals. Spin one just for the fun of it. Anything in here other than fragments? No. There isn't even the occasional full one in here? Arena boosts, we're not opening. I don't know where I got the 3-star hero crystal from. I don't remember getting a 3-star hero crystal anywhere. Spin it. Not too bad. You know, I don't want to open any more than that. I know it's supposed the 4-star T4 catalyst ring is supposed to open pretty soon. Don't want to wind up messing that up, even though I don't really want to do it. I'm gonna do it anyways, because I don't have self-control when it comes to that. I don't always do the crystal opening trick. I normally try to, but a lot of times I'm just like right now I'm just too tired to care. All my stones will wait for the next item usage. There's a mystic event going, so we'll try to open one. Nope. Complete waste of my effing time. Alright. Well, the hero crystal. That's it, guys. I can barely see my screen anymore. So, I can't stay awake. I can't talk or anything. I don't care about anything. All I want to do is sleep. So, I don't know. Monday right now, can't get here quick enough. Try to keep working on it and seeing who I can figure out who else they mess up and how. Is anybody any good anymore? You know, we'll continue to work on it. So, you know, try to remember to be nice to your fellow gamers out there. You know, yeah, get some sleep. Maybe take a weekend away from the game. You know, make sure you log in so you still get your login bonuses and all that. But you know, maybe not everybody grind. You know, 16 million for Archangel and see how they like that. So I don't know. Take it easy, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. So, sweet dreams, universe.